What it do, bedtime crew? Hey man, listen, today I'm here to give you guys my immediate reaction and full card recap of UFC Fight Night Abu Dhabi, Whittaker versus Derrida. Obviously in the main event, you guys know what just happened. Reinier Derrida wins by split decision against Robert Whittaker. Mate, I'm fucking hurt, bro. I'm fucking hurt. I'm fucking upset. And honestly, mate, I am fucking steaming. All right, I'm just kidding, bro. I'm just kidding. That was a good fight, man. I thought Robert Whittaker could have got that fight. I'm not going to lie. I could have given that 3-2 to Robert Whittaker, but I'm not going to say that was a robbery. I'm not saying he definitely won that fight. I can see the argument for Reinier Derrida winning that fight. The biggest difference was the clinch, and we'll talk about that. First round, Robert Whittaker did a great job defending the takedowns. He was being really patient. Reinier Derrida tried to, clinch him up and was just holding a Russian tie on the arm, just trying to hold him there, throwing some knees. And Robert Whittaker was really patient, trying to neutralize the body shots. Reinier Derrida was landing the big step-in knee throughout the fight. He landed it twice pretty well in this first round. But outside of that, in the first round, Robert Whittaker was winning this fight, pumping the fucking jab, bopping his head back, sending him backwards towards the cage, blitzing him backwards, moving around to keep the range, and then he would leap in with like a double jab or a big left hook. And he did cut Reinier Derrida in the first round, defending a single leg, just spamming punches, caught him with a right hand that cut his eye. Great first round for Bobby Knuckles. Second round, I'm shitting my fucking pants. Reinier Derrida's getting tagged up with the jab. He's not being able to get the takedowns. I'm like, yeah, boys, we are beating Reinier Derrida. And then he just decides to grit down and starts pressuring Robert Whittaker with the jab. Seems to kind of like damage him a little bit, make some blood come from the mouth of Robert Whittaker, and then hits him with a knee to the body. And I swear it hurt Whittaker because he just gave up a takedown. And for the rest of the second round, it was basically just Reinier Derrida on top of Robert Whittaker in the guard, looking for some punches. He did try and get to the side control and threaten a DAR or something like that. But I will say Whittaker did a good job to mitigate ground and pound, but he did lose the second round 10-9. Third round, Reinier Derrida was pressuring. The momentum was on his side. It seemed like he was going to finish. I was getting flashbacks of the DDP fight, bro. Because he's pushing back Whittaker. Like, Whittaker's like running backwards into the fence. And I'm like, oh, dude, we're fucked. We're getting finished by fucking Reinier Derrida, dude. But then he's coming in with the straight punches. He's blitzing Whittaker back. Fucking Bobby Knuckles as he goes for a knee. Boom! Big right hand over the top. Drops him bad. Nearly finishes him with ground and pound. Literally within seconds of finishing Reinier Derrida in the third round with ground and pound. RDR did a good job to recover. He got back up. He took down Whittaker to finish the third round. He did a nice job passing the side control. I will say, watching him pass the guard was very, very, it was really high level what he was doing. He was using his feet really well to like push open the legs and kind of pass the half guard and then slide out to side control. But he didn't really do any damage. So the third round was Robert Whittaker's round. I thought he won this fight. Like round 1 and round 3 he was winning, and I thought round 4 was a very close round that you could give to Whittaker, but everyone had it 2-1 going into the third. The most contentious rounds are going to be that fourth round and the fifth round. That's really going to be the contentious issue. I would love to see the judges' scorecards on this, but the fourth round was very close. It was just Reinier Derrida holding him against the fence with some body punches, but out in the open, I thought Robert Whittaker won this round by just snapping his head back with jabs. He was blitzing him and pushing him back to the fence. RDR did seem to kind of like wobble him at some point with a right hand, but it didn't really wobble him. Like, we didn't get the full-blown rocked Bobby Knuckles animation. You guys know the Whittaker shuffle. Like, we didn't get the full-blown rocked Whittaker shuffle. We just got like a little wobble for a second. He just kind of did the Bambi legs for a second. But outside of that, Reinier Derrida was getting kind of pieced up with the jab. He did land a nice knee to the body in the open. Close fourth round. I had it 3-1 Rob going into the fifth, but I understood that it could have been 2-2. Like, it was likely 2-2 going into the fifth round. The fifth round was basically nothing. Like, both these guys gassed out by the third round. It was a little bit of like a DDP Brunson type matchup. Whittaker in the fifth round, he landed some clean jabs. In the end of the round, he landed a nice combination up against the fence. Like, he went for his 1-2 head kick, but Reinier Derrida like ducked his head below his knees. So Whittaker just like 1-2 knee up the middle instead of the head kick. But he did land a nice combo against the fence at the end of the round, and he defended the takedowns very well. throughout the 5th round, Reinier de Ridder was just clinching this guy up, holding him against the fence, punching to the body. That's why the significant strike numbers are so neck and neck, whereas the total strikes are way higher for Reinier de Ridder, because a lot of what he did in this fight to win this fight was just body work in close up against the fence, just little punches to the body, knees, like the knees out in the open, but even just knees every time they tied up. And unfortunately for Reinier de Ridder, Robert Whittaker actually trained to get hit. And this was a split decision. It's not like Bo Nickel in there, bro. Bro rocks up on a Tuesday for sparring, rolls with his mates, and then fucking leaves to go get a smoothie. Robert Whittaker actually came to scrap. His boxing looked great in this fight. His takedown defense held up as we all expected it to. I'm glad that he had a good performance in this fight. I'm very sad for him that this was a split decision and it didn't go his way. I feel like he could have done enough to win that fight. I think in the 5th round, the urgency of Reinier de Ridder to just stay on him and just punch to the body, knee to the body, really was the difference. I think if Whittaker had gone for broke in that 5th round and looked for elbows and knees in close and just was matching the energy of Reinier de Ridder of just being active in the clinch, and he landed that combo at the end of the 5th round, I think he wins this fight. So very, very close fight. But the Reinier de Ridder title run continues. We are Dricus du Plessis 2.0. I want to see him fight Israel Adesanya next. I want to see him fight Izzy or Sean Strickland. I don't think he should get a title shot straight up. Unless Dricus wins. If Dricus wins, then yes, Reinier de Ridder versus DDP for the belt. Inject that into my fucking veins. Inject it into me, dude. I'm excited to see this guy. And by the way, in the 4th round, Reinier de Ridder pulled back. I love to see it. Bro did a spinning fucking outside trip, ended up with Whittaker on his back. It was beautiful. He did everything that we wanted to see from the king of the goofballs. Great fight. Like, I'm sad for Whittaker. I really wanted him to fucking win this fight, dude. I feel like he could have done enough to win that, but I'm not mad at the decision. I'm not fucking steamed, but I know a lot of Aussie casuals that woke up at 5 a.m. to watch this are fucking fuming, mate. They're going down to the fucking pokies to fucking get some steam off. But yeah, Robert Whittaker loses by split decision. Good win for Reinier de Ridder. Yeah, Izzy, Sean, Dricus. These are the fights I want to see him fight next. One of those 3. And this guy will be winning the fucking belt via plot armor. Let's talk about the co-main event. Petr Yan wins by unanimous decision, 29-28. Pretty much as we predicted. Like, it was a close first round. Yan landed a clean inside leg kick to a left hook. And for the most part, he was kind of avoiding big shots from McGee. He did a good job in the clinch, kind of finding his uppercuts towards the end of the round. But near the end of the first round, I don't think the commentary picked up on this, but I noticed this. McGee checked a leg kick from Petr Yan. And it seemed like it really bothered Yan. Like, he kind of started stiffening out his leg and he just stood upright. And that led to McGee landing a clean left hand that let him open up with a combo and probably won him the first round. So McGee probably stole the first round at the end of it. But in round 2 and 3, this was Petr Yan just taking over. As we said in the prediction video, like, he rocked McGee with a 1-2 down the middle in the second round. He started to land his jab really well, and that kind of opened up everything else for him. Like, he was finding uppercuts in close, hooks on the break of the clinch. And every time McGee tried to open up, Petr Yan did a great job of just high guarding, just shelling up to kind of block and roll with the combos of McGee, and then he would immediately fire back. Some nice body work in the second round, just clinching up close, landing uppercuts. Yeah, he did a really good job in the second round of finding his range. The third round, Petr Yan, same thing, like, he's landing good combinations, and then for some reason this guy turns into fucking Marab in round 3 and just clinches up McGee, holds him against the fence from the back body lock. And bro had to get his clip farming in. Bro got in his 2 signature animations. Obviously, we saw the split leg takedown from the back body lock that he loves to do. Did it to Uriah Faber back in the day. Probably got some fucking flashbacks fighting McGee here. And then he also did his outside trip that he does where he steps in. You know, the one in UFC 3 when you're playing Zabit, you have to press like 20 buttons to hit that shit. He hit that on McGee, threatened a Kimura. Yeah, good win from Yan. Not necessarily a masterclass, but didn't really have any lowlights where I was like, oh fuck, this guy's cooked. You know, he's not really as good as he used to be. He just did what he was supposed to do. He just lost the first round, downloaded the freaking data, and then came back in the second and third and found his range, found his timing, mixed things up really well. Did a great job to shut down any takedown attempts from McGee. So I feel like for Petr Yan's next fight, if Marab beats Corey Sandhagen, I want to see Yan versus Sean O'Malley too. I know that he said he doesn't want to see that fight, but I don't give a fuck, dude. I don't give a fuck what you want, Petr Yan. I want to see you versus O'Malley too in a 5-round fight. That's a fucking sick matchup. And if Merab loses to Corey Sandhagen, Jan versus Corey 2 for the belt should be his first title defense. That's just what I would do. So, as for Marcus McGee, bro, Marcus McGee versus fucking Alexandre Topuria. Oh my God. Please give me that. Please give me Marcus McGee versus Alexandre Topuria. I think that's what should happen next with those two, okay? Featured fight of the night, Shara Bullet won by unanimous decision. Pretty good fight, honestly, dude. Actually a pretty entertaining matchup. Shara Bullet was working kind of behind the leg kicks early on. Started to damage the lead leg of Marc-Andre Barriault. Barriault was kind of... it looked like he was like missing... Like he wasn't doing it on purpose, but it looked like he was missing overhands on purpose. Like bro was NPC maxing hard, just throwing combinations when Shara Bullet was like completely out of range. But he did what I thought he was going to do and just tried to clinch him up, take him down. I did laugh at one point. He took down Shara Bullet for like 2 seconds. Shara Bullet gets back up. He tried to do the exact same elbow that he KO'd Bruno Silva with, except it did no doubt. Like, bro really thought he was about to get 2 in a row like that. But it did nothing. Shara Bullet kept moving around on the outside. He's landing hard leg kicks. He was making Barriault chase him. He also landed a hard knee and an elbow in close after defending a takedown. Round 2. I'm thinking Shara Bullet's about to finish this guy. Excuse me. He cuts him with a nasty elbow on the top of his head with like a lead elbow as Barriault kind of stepped in for an overhand. But then, Marc-Andre Barriault, mind you, I'm hitting the J. Cole like, but mind you, Marc-Andre Barriault rocks Shara Bullet with the overhand, just ducking under a punch, bombs him with a fucking overhand. And as if this guy couldn't get any fucking uglier, he gets his nose broken halfway across his face. Literally gets a Mike Perry smush nose. As if this guy couldn't look more fucking mutated. He gets his nose broken. And honestly, I hate to keep making this about hating on Bo Nickel, but dude, watching Shara Bullet, the one that people are like, yeah, dude, Shara Bullet's a fraud, bro. Bo Nickel's a future champion. Shara Bullet mans up with a broken fucking... And listen, I would not even hate on this guy if he was done after getting his nose broken. That shit is fucked, right? But he stands his fucking base. He locks in for a little bit against the fence. Marc-Andre Barriault's landing some body shots. He's trying to melt him a little bit. Shara Bullet rocks him with an elbow in close and really turns the tide at the end of the second round. Starts landing elbows and punches against the fence. Makes Andre Barriault just run away from him. So the judges gave Shara Bullet all 3 rounds. I thought the second round you could give it to Marc-Andre Barriault, but I'm not even mad at giving it to Shara Bullet because he was winning the start of the round. He got rocked with the overhand, got his nose broken, didn't get dropped. And then at the end of the second round, he rocked Andre Barriault again and poured it on and had Andre Barriault running away. So I'm not mad at 30-27 because then in the third round, Shara Bullet just figured this guy out. Like figured all this shit out. He was defending the pressure of Barriault with elbows in close. He was landing leg kicks on the back foot. He was looking for the flying knee a few times. I said in the video that I was going to rock him with a flying knee. He did eventually get him with like a jump knee and dropped him and then nearly finished him at the end of the fight. So 30-27 win for Shara Bullet. Pretty gritty performance. Pretty good win. Decently entertaining fight as well. I would like to see Shara Bullet versus Michel Pereira next. I think that'd be a sick matchup at middleweight. Those two freaking goofballs flipping around the cage. I think it'd be pretty cool. I'd like to see Shara Bullet versus Michel Pereira. Asu Almabayev literally did nothing, bro. Just fucking hugged. No, I'm just kidding. Asu Almabayev, he unleashed this new technique that I saw. I've never seen this before in an MMA fight. Asu Almabayev landed the no power overhand. You know how usually our overhand is like, holy fuck, damn. Almabayev did it, and it was like, Jose Ochoa didn't even bother blocking it. He just looked at him like, bro, what are you doing? Like, Almabayev bombed this overhand. It literally did negative power. Like, it seemed to make Ochoa like, okay, now I can go strike with this guy. He did get a takedown in the first round against the fence. He got to the back. Ochoa did a great job to kind of shake him off his back. He did it a couple of times. He would just reach up and pull his head forward and make him fall off the top. Ochoa started to pressure at the end of the first round, but I gave it to Almabayev. Round 2, Ochoa did a good job to defend a single leg, and that seemed to take a little bit of energy out of Almabayev. He started to walk him down with a couple of body shots, sprawled hard, looking like fucking my goat Joshua Van out there, but Almabayev caught a body kick, took him down, and one thing Ochoa did in this fight that fucking pissed me off was every time this guy got taken down and was on his back, he would just put in 2 butterfly hooks and just sit in the guard. But he did a good job in the second round of, shaking Almabayev off his back again. He landed a nasty knee as Almabayev was looking for a takedown, but he still got the takedown. And then off his back, Ochoa finally started to do something, and he threatened an armbar and then almost locked up a triangle at the end of the second round, but Almabayev stacked him, so probably a 2-0 for Almabayev going into the third round, but it was a close submission attempt in the second round for Ochoa. He landed some good body shots, some good knees when Almabayev was looking for a takedown. Third round, okay, round 3. Ochoa threatens a pretty nasty and close guillotine attempt, but Almabayev did a good job to get out of it. And then for the rest of the round, there was a point where Ochoa, I knew this guy was just shooter box maxing, where I was like, damn, I should have remembered Islam versus Oliveira. Because this guy fucking, in round 3, when it's 2-0 and you need a finish and you're a big, powerful striker and you have good submissions off your back, after threatening a really nasty submission attempt, there was a point where I feel like he could have hip heisted, and I feel like he really could have like got up to his knees and got back up. There was a gap there. There was a space there. I saw it and I was like, he's gonna get back up. But instead of lifting his hips up and hip heisting and getting back up to his knees, he decided to kind of concede to his back and pull butterfly guard. He did eventually get back up, but he wasted a lot of fucking time, dude. And when he got back up, there was like a minute left. Almabayev, this boring fuck, points down, then shoots a takedown. Last 10 seconds, you clearly won. You decide to duck under again and just hold him from the back. And then this guy has the fucking audacity to call out Joshua Van. You are getting shipped to the fucking UFC Apex. You did nothing in this fight. You did 0 fucking damage whatsoever, dude. You pointed down and then shot a takedown. You are getting sent to the fucking Apex, dude. You're not getting Joshua Van, you boring fuck. You're lucky to get fucking Alex Perez next or something, you fucking boom, yeah. Shut your mouth, kid. Fucking fool, yeah. But yeah, Asur Almabayev wins, dude. Let's go, man. Bogdan Guskov. Great performance. Nasty, nasty finish. KOs Nikita Krylov in the first round. And he did the classic Bogdan Guskov game plan of just kind of being patient, moving around on the back foot. He made a really good read because throughout the fight, Krylov was kind of blitzing with the hands, but he was throwing a lot of like inside leg kicks with no setup, just naked leg kicks, just blasting the inside leg kick. And Guskov was kind of timing him a few times with his right hand down the middle, but for the most part, it was kind of Guskov just backing up and letting Krylov kind of come to him. And then near the end of the first round, Krylov threw another one of these inside leg kicks and Guskov just bombed the right hand down the middle, dropped him bad, followed up. Krylov tried to roll for a submission. He rolled for a leg lock, and that really led to the end of it because he committed his hands to the leg and got put out with ground and pound shots. Round 1, clean knockout finish for Bogdan Guskov. Very composed performance, good defense. Even with the hands down, he's slipping the 1-2 head kick of Krylov. Bro thought he was fucking Bobby Knuckles. You're not Bobby Knuckles, mate. And he just waited and timed him with a nasty finish. I would like to see Jamal Hill versus Bogdan Guskov. I think that's the fight to make. We were supposed to get Jamal Hill versus Anthony Smith back in the day. People fucking forget, man. But instead, I'll take Bogdan Guskov instead, taking out Jamal Hill. So I would like to see Jamal Hill versus Bogdan Guskov. I wouldn't be mad at that being like fight night main event or like the co-main event of a good fight night. But yeah, main card was pretty good. I would say that, the main event was like a goofball classic. Robert Whittaker, he's an underrated goofball in these categories. I'm pretty sad for him that he kind of lost that fight by split decision. I thought he did enough to win, but it was a close fight. Shara Bullet, Marc-Andre Barrios was a great fight. Piotr Yan had a classic Yan performance. Almabayev, he was there. Bogdan Guskov, nasty KO. And the prelims I heard were pretty good. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. I was asleep, bro. This shit was at 2 a.m., bro. I'm not waking up at 2 a.m. to watch fucking Tabitha Ricci, kid. But let's talk about the prelims that I did watch. Bryce Mitchell, brother. Now listen up, brother. I am the greatest wrestler in the UFC. I beat Khabib Nurmagomedov. Bryce Mitchell deadass thinks this dude's related to Khabib. I watched his media day. He was like, man, the Nurmagomedovs, man, these guys are the greatest family in the UFC. It's like, dude, he's not, dude, I know you don't, you have a hard time like differentiating people as cousins or not cousins, but Said Nurmagomedov is not related to Khabib, and it showed in this fight. He got completely out-grappled. Bryce Mitchell did get dropped in the first round with a knee, like he stepped in and got caught with a nasty knee. He kind of had Said Nurmagomedov backed up to the fence. And once he realized that there was no real path to victory striking, like he wasn't going to be able to kind of mog this guy the way that he did to Edson Barboza or some of these other guys where he can kind of piece him up a little bit and then take him down. He just really locked in on his wrestling. It kind of reminded me of a Dan Ige fight where he got out damaged pretty badly, but he just had so much success taking this guy down, controlling him, holding him down. He didn't even really do that much damage. He just controlled him for the second and the third round from the back, from the top. And Said Nurmagomedov really couldn't do that much. He did attempt a pretty close guillotine attempt in the third round. Perfect bedtime prediction, by the way. Perfect bedtime prediction. I said he's going to lose the first round getting pieced up. He's going to lock in and take down Said Nurmagomedov and just hold him down. And he's going to get threatened with a guillotine attempt that's pretty close and then get out of it. That's exactly what happened in this fight. He won 29-28. Not a very impressive win. This is a classic Bryce Mitchell win where you could see him losing, but he's just good enough at grappling to win this fight by decision. I think the UFC is going to match him up against someone someone up the rankings. If they match him up the rankings, like against, God forbid, like fucking Chito Vera, even Henry Cejudo. I think Bryce Mitchell is kind of like, at this point in his career, a win one, lose one type of fighter where you put him up against someone crazy, he gets finished, then he comes back and beats someone that's unranked by decision. Like, that's kind of where Bryce Mitchell's at in his career. So I think if I was him, I would try and fight maybe Davey Grant and see if I can size bully him, or maybe, a Raoni Barcelos. But even then, these are tough fights for Bryce Mitchell. So Bryce Mitchell wins by unanimous decision, 29-28. Muslim Salikov. They all dealt with me. They all were laughing at the Joker. Well, who's laughing now here? I tried to tell him. Dude, I feel like a fucking genius. When I woke up and I saw this on Google, I got fucking hyped, dude. I was more hyped seeing this than like winning my own fights. Seeing Muslim Salikov prove the fucking haters wrong and get this fucking Brazilian roid monster face first on the canvas with a fucking overhand. Fuck you. Yes, baby. I did go 6-6 on this card. But doesn't matter. I got Salikov right and Bryce Mitchell right and Krylov right. So I'm a genius. And Bobby Knuckles got fucking robbed, mate. So it doesn't even matter. Basically swept the card, if you think about it. Muslim Salikov, nasty fucking KO. Level change right hand. He's countering a straight left from Liao. Liao just overextends. Salikov just dips his head down a little bit, and you see Liao kind of reach for it, which is always what he does. His hands are always like up and down. Both, one's up, one's down. They're always reaching. He drops his lead hand to reach for it. Salikov drops the right hand over the top. Face plants Liao. Wins by TKO in under a minute. We all predicted this. We all knew this was going to happen. And Muslim Salikov wins by round one knockout. Unk still fucking got it. Can we please get Salikov versus Wonderboy? I know I was saying Wonderboy versus D-Rod or something last week. Fuck that, dude. I want to see Salikov versus Wonderboy, bro. That is a sick fight, in my opinion. So, great win for Muslim Salikov. The rest of the prelims, unfortunately, I was asleep. Davey Grant gets a win. We love to fucking see it. Tabitha Ricci flukes a KO over Amanda Ribas. Fuck, dude. You can't be getting finished by fucking Amanda Ribas. I mean, by Tabitha Ricci. What are you doing? You can't get finished by Tabitha Ricci, bro. Now they're going to give this motherfucker a title shot, man. Billy Amakano wins by decision. Probably just took down Ebo Aceland a million times. Wow, no, he just outstruck him. What the fuck? Did he just clinch him up? I don't know, man. Stephen Nguyen. I did see some highlights of this fight. 6 knockdowns in a fight. Jason Herzog was making sure nobody was accusing him of being a fucking bad referee. This is the UFC record for the most knockdowns in a fight. Stephen Nguyen knocks him down 6 times, just absolutely fucking destroys Muhammad Yahya, and the fight is ended in the second round via doctor stoppage TKO. So great performance from Stephen Nguyen. I hope that, he gets a fun matchup next. Martin Budai beats Marcus Buchecha, bro. I didn't even watch this. I know this was fucking terrible. How do I ready? I didn't even watch this. I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened in this fight. Marcus Buchecha just did absolutely fucking nothing. Just blobbed around at range, failing takedowns, throwing sloppy jabs. Somehow Martin Budai did get pieced up in moments in this fight, though. Like he did. Martin Budai didn't have a good performance. Marcus Buchecha just had a bad one. That's what I'll say. I feel like if I have to gun to my head what happened in this fight, Marcus Buchecha spam takedowns, couldn't get any of them, held him against the fence, And Martin Buday just did enough out in the open with his jab, with his calf kicks. Like, had some moments kind of blitzing him a little bit, but probably was a terrible fight. So all in all, not a bad fight night. I feel like this was kind of like a up and down kind of card in terms of we'd get a finish, we'd get an entertaining fight, then we'd get a kind of boring one. The main event was pretty good. I'm happy to see the Rainier DeRitter title run, even though I'm sad to see Robert Whittaker lose. But all in all, I'm going to give this like a 6 out of 10. Like, it was good. It wasn't bad. Like, it was pretty good. Some of these fights were pretty entertaining. But let me know your opinions, your thoughts, your reactions in the comments down below. Mate, did Bobby Knuckles get fucking robbed or what? Let me know in the comments down below, mate. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, go follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Bedtime MMA, and I will see you guys in the next video, man. Goodbye.